Good afternoon. I'm here with Sarena Paton in the chapel of St. Joseph's Villa in beautiful Dundas. Good afternoon, Sarena.
Good afternoon.
Looking forward to asking you some questions. A couple of things we'll be talking about are Margaret's Place and your singing.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. In this case, they're connected, so I'll just ask you a few questions first, if I could, about Margaret's Place.
Sure, of course.
How long have you worked here?
3 years, actually. My anniversary is coming up this Thursday.
Very good.
Yeah, very excited to be here.
And what can you tell us about Margaret's Place, please?
So Margaret's Place is our new residential hospice for Dundas. This is one of the most underserved regions in terms of hospice care, so we were very excited when we were approached to submit an application for hospice beds, and thankfully the ministry and the LIN supported our application, and we were awarded 10 residential hospice beds. When we were exploring models for hospice care, we knew that we wanted to serve as many people as possible, so we landed on a model of care that our sister hospice in Brantford uses, which is also community outreach. So some of our programs will actually go out into the community. We'll have a mobile care team that will service individuals in their homes and also support their families. That's the biggest part of hospice care, that it's not just for the person who has received that terminal diagnosis, but it's also for their family.
Yeah, okay, all right. I see they're under construction.
We are. We're very, very happy to see construction moving forward. Right now, they've broken ground, so they are digging utility lines and sewage lines first. That's my understanding. That's the first stage, and then we'll move on from there. So very happy to see things moving forward at this point.
Yeah, like that. And what do they figure the completion time will be?
We're looking at spring or summer of 2021 for it to be open. So it sounds like a long time from this date, but things are rolling so quickly that that once the doors open to service patients and families, we're really looking forward to expanding our service of care for Dundas and the surrounding areas.
Yeah, and that's fantastic, because it's certainly something that's needed. Were you hired for this specific purpose of the hospice, or were you here and then the hospice came kind of thing?
No, actually the hospice project was already in the works, I guess, when I was hired. So part of my role was coming in, being able to help support the fundraising efforts for that, and a lot of our events moving forward. And now my role has sort of changed into focusing on marketing development. So a variety of different roles, but it gives me a chance to really look at how we're making an impact in the community and what else we can be doing and what other stories we can be sharing with people about long-term care and about hospice and how people can get involved and how people can.
What's your sort of your biggest sort of feeling about this whole project? I know you're saying that it's something that we really require. Is it very exciting for you to do this?
It's so rewarding.
Yeah.
It's so rewarding to know that patients and families will have that extra peace and comfort towards the end of life. It's already something that the Villa is so skilled at because of the residents that we care for on a daily basis. You see those interactions between staff and families, and our staff are so caring, and they really consider the residents their own family members. So they treat them with that respect and that laughter and joy, and there's so many celebrations that happen here already with long-term care. So being able to give that to hospice patients and families, I think some of those moments are so intimate that people build those bonds of friendship that last for an entire lifetime, and they have that network of support. So it's meaningful for me personally to know that we have an opportunity to do that for people. And I think it's it's humbling to taken on this project, and they believe in it so strongly. It's really like nothing else. People are so supportive, and they have very strong belief, strong presence for moving this forward, because they see that our healthcare system has the best of intentions, I think, sometimes, but we're not able to care for people the way that we would like to be cared for. And so community members have an opportunity to be involved with that, whether it's volunteering, whether it's being there to support somebody. you really never know what life circumstances will bring, and so some of us may also have to use the hospice, right? So it's really looking at what would you do for your family member, your neighbor, or your friend. That's what we'll be able to provide for people.
Yeah, I know the community has really backed up this project. I've been to a few events outside in nice weather,
Yes.
and it's been very well attended. And I know you've had a lot of support financially from the community as well.
We have.
Where are you in terms of the funding?
We are thankfully over 12.2 million raised, so we have a gap of about 600,000 for capital that we still have to raise. But we have a lot of our donors who are stepping forward, so we're confident that we'll be able to meet that goal. But then, of course, once that is completed, we also have to look at how we care for our residents and patients moving forward. So balancing our needs for long-term care, and then also looking at how we continue to fund care for hospice. It's one of those components that the ministry does not fund. They will cover nursing care, but there's other care components that aren't covered by that ministry funding. So we'll really look to the community once more to be able to sustain that.
Yeah, that's good. Now, this is getting into the next part, which is also related to Margaret's Place, of course. Tell us a little bit, or as much as you can, about your singing career. Please.
So singing, actually, one of my first performances was at St. Joseph's Villa. So when I was about 5, that's sort of where my singing journey started. So my kindergarten teacher brought a group of us around, and so we used to do our tour of the nursing homes, the retirement homes in the Dundas area. So St. Joseph's Villa has been, part of my life for quite a long time. Music has always been something that was a passion of mine. Before I was doing fundraising full-time, I was performing, and that's where I met my husband. And so both of us perform and sing together, and it's a great opportunity for us to be able to, share music together and make music together for a cause that we believe in. So very, very special to be able to share that and be able to thank our donors that way as well.
And I understand your husband has a background in Spain. I think he was taking some...
Yes, so he very thankfully decided to move to Dundas with me, but we met when he was on tour with Sarah Brightman. So
great. I love her.
Yeah, he had a great opportunity to do some world tours with her and record with her, and so he had reached out to me, and I had reached out to him about possibly working together. And when he said that this was about 11 years ago or so now, he said he was going to be in town performing, and asked if I would, come to the concert, and I already had tickets to go to the concert. So we met after one of the shows, and it was just sort of our paths aligned, and that's how we sort of moved forward. So not only from a professional standpoint, but also a personal standpoint.
Doesn't get better than that, does it?
No.
And you happen to speak fluent Spanish as well.
Yeah, so I had taken Spanish was my major in university, and I had absolutely no idea at the time that it would come in so handy later on in life, but someone was looking out for me to make sure I had the skills I needed.
Yeah, who knew back then what was going to happen
Exactly.
in terms of meeting your future husband?
Exactly.
Well, good for you. So tell us about the upcoming concert, please.
So it's on March 15th at 3 o'clock at St. Augustine's Church in Dundas. So it'll be an afternoon of great music. We have an excellent pianist, Laura Pinn, who's performing with us, Gary Santucci on guitar, and then we have some members who are involved with the Dundas Valley Orchestra and some independent musicians forming a string quartet to perform with us. So it'll be a great afternoon of some light sort of classical music and some crossover music, some of the duets that Fernando and I performed together. So it'll be a good cross-section and a great way for people to learn a little bit about Margaret's Place and support the cause at the same time.
All the funds go to Margaret's Place, do
They do.
Yeah.
All of the funds are going towards Margaret's Place. We musicians are donating their time, so we're very grateful for that. There's a lot of preparations that go into putting an afternoon of music together, so we're happy that they all believe in the cause as strongly as we do.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So that's Sunday, is it?
Sunday, March 15th,
March 15th
at 3 p.m. at St. Augustine's. And if people are looking for tickets, the number is 905-518-6078, or they can go to margaretsplacesjv.ca, and the poster and the concert details will be there as well.
I'll also add that to the credits after this. And they're $35 a ticket, right?
35.
And I will look forward to seeing you on that day.
Oh,
for sure.
thank you. Thank
I'm really
you so
looking forward
much.
to that.